Yo, 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 this your boy Shaman True. Just bringing you guys another video. This video is just about what I learned when dealing with just mysticism and aspects of the primal truth. When you're dealing with formulas, and when they start to go beyond the acts that you formulate, that you instill upon, that you sync up from within, those formulas, you start to notice that it's beyond just the formula. So that's how you want to see it. You wouldn't see it as formulas. But sometimes when you're tapping in with these energies, you notice that it's bigger than what it is. That's how you know you're dealing with a titan or a god, you could say. I wouldn't call it a god. Some of this shit's greater than that. I've seen it firsthand, witnessed it, experienced it to where I know some of these energies are more than that. Like you're dealing with, I'm gonna give you an example. You're dealing with Oshun or Mami Wada. Yeah, you're gonna see Oshun. You think, oh, okay, Oshun just, the real Oshun, not the bullshit Oshun. The real Oshun. There's two energies, spirit that's been formulated from all the fucking focus that people give it. It is bougie. And then you got the real Oshun. The real Oshun. That can move water like a motherfucker. That can cause storms if you want. But it's a great nurturer. Real shit. Real shit. You'll see her. You'll see her. She'll lead you somewhere to where she'll lead you. And you'll be like, well, that's more than just yourself. That's the energy. That's Oshun leading you. And then you got Shango. Shango. It's all real. When you start to see this shit for what it is, inside, and then it starts to reflect, you be like, what the fuck? It has a mind on its own. That's how you know you're dealing with some shit. I can't say too much, but I can say a little. That's what I say. When you're dealing with certain things, sometimes you just gotta let that energy guide you, because it definitely has some type of wisdom to teach you. Don't go against the current. And I noticed that when you deal with Papa Legba, he got a certain way. It got a certain way. That's how I know it's some ancient energy. You're dealing with that. There's an ancient way that you see things. To the point where it's ancient and it's a way of doing things spiritually, galactically, just from one imprint. To where you can hit the head, but there's a lot of different type of ones that emanate that one divine one. But I know for a fact, just by how everything is set up when you're dealing with an individual with that energy, it's all the same. You at the crossroads. I don't want to say too much because they'll end up trying to replicate. They'll end up replicating the way it's done to where it'll be fake, kind of. So I'm going to keep it a secret. But if you really deal with Papa Legba confirmation and you're dealing with real work, there's a certain way it speaks. And you know you did it right. Everybody should know when you're really dealing with. That's what I noticed. You're really dealing with an energy greater than you. When you deal with the right motherfucker, he'll get you to the gate. And then there's niggas with that archetype where like, hey, here's he gives you some essence. Because I do believe that there's a galactic essence. Because it has a universal way of speaking to you that is encrypted. To where you can't say you made that up. I can't say I made that up. But it's just the way it is when you uncode it. So it's like, seem, that's when you be like, okay, I didn't add my pizzazz. They didn't add their pizzazz. This is just what they get. This is what I got. And I know they're not behind the scenes pulling strings on me. So that's how you know it adds up. But there's a certain way when you do workings, the right workings, you're going to end up getting the same result. You're going to end up seeing some shit. You're going to end up having shit happen. I know you did the work right. I know you did it right when I see certain things. Straight up. When you're dealing with Heru, yeah, Heru is a symbol. But I just know there was a nigga that really embodies something that deep to where they have to draw him as a symbol. That's how you basically know it's greater. You'll just see certain aspects. Things that you can't explain that this is a resemblance to Heru. Confirmation for my ears. Certain things I just peep. Yeah, you look at it like a former, don't look at it outside yourself. But just know there is a nigga out there in the galaxy that is the true embodiment, because a lot start from Earth or go to Earth and show you a symbol through what they are and what they become, to where they have to draw it down in history, but it's a symbol of that. But some of that shit is legit. Some of that shit, they walked the earth and did things that you really can't put in words. You can't put it in words, but you already know our civilizations have came and gone, because there was always something they were scared that people would get their hands on, so they would wipe it away. That's how civilization has gone through their history. That's how they really wipe them away. They just remove their history that's real powerful and ancient, and you basically get a new people. That's what they do. They're going to do that this age. They're going to try to make everybody forget. And that's how they wipe people out. They make them forget, then they forget what's good for them. Every civilization's been falling for that shit. When are we going to get it in our head that, these people are trying, there's always an ancient archon evil that's trying to wipe us away from who we truly are. And that's that archon spirit that is stuck to a matter of literally matter. It's connected to matter, nothing, no substance. So it gets crafty when it starts to operate like AI. It starts to recognize itself, but it only recognizes itself in the light. It can't get in the darkness. So it'll trap a motherfucker in the darkness and harness the light. Just know that. And we've been dealing with these motherfuckers for a long time. It's not like we gotta deal with them. It's just people gotta move as a unit when it comes to certain formulas. You gotta move as a unit in terms of how we approach things, and how we coming at things. We gotta move as a unit, straight up. I don't want to say too much. But we gotta move as a unit. That's the only way, but there's energies that I peep. They're greater than the formula itself. It'll freak a nigga out. Confirmation. It'll freak a nigga out, though. I'm telling you. I'm talking about hacking reality. These motherfucking things hacking reality like Kula. Oh yeah, just know that's some real shit. That's some real shit. That's like, you could call it alien, but it's really not alien to where I'm from. But to this realm, it's alien. I will give you that secret. Kula. Motherfucker's realer than a motherfucker. And that's like my sister. That's literally like my sister on the low. They ain't gonna, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's my sister. She's a motherfucker. But when you start to notice that she's beyond the formula, that's when I'm like, oh, no, that's my sister. She ain't gonna let nobody fuck with her brother. Confirmation. She ain't gonna let nobody fuck with her brother. That's that she don't play. She'll take a nigga down. She'll take a nigga down, bro. Just because, like, somebody messed with me on the spiritual level. Cooler? Oh, yeah. I wish a nigga would. That's what she said. But that's why you gotta give these energies respect. That's why I noticed that a lot of people, bro, a lot of people done passed away working with Papa Legba. Because I'm like, bro, you can't just be getting in some shit that's bigger than you, bro. That's how I know niggas don't really be. Niggas be trying to use Papa against me. I'm like, you dumbass, nigga. That nigga gave me some essence. You goofy. I'm a skeleton dealer, dummy. How can you use, you know what I'm saying? You can't use Papa Legba on a skeleton dealer. A nigga that walked the road. That walked the fucking roads, you dumbass. You stupid motherfucker. That's how you know that shit legit. Cause I'm a legit crossroads worker. I'm a legit crossroad worker. And how you know is you always get tongue-tied saying the word because you're a riddler. That's how I figured. Because it's like crossroads. When you're not thinking about it, you go crossroads. Not to say it, but you always fuck up on your word a little bit. You don't speak on it what it is, but you know, you describe it. Oh yeah, you meet me on the crossroads. And we weigh your heart right there. People don't want to, I can literally do that. Like, it's creepy when everybody's around me. It's like, you don't want to get too close. You don't want to smoke by you. Because when I'm smoking, you lie and you fake, you meet me at a crossroad. I can invoke. Oh no, this nigga bullshit. Let's invoke karma for his lies. Or let's invoke karma, he been fake right up in my face. And I get the fuck up out of there, and next thing you know, the life crumbles. Because I literally walk the road. I did my initiations, but I do walk the roads. And if you meet me on the roads, it'll be a good thing or a bad thing, just depends. But that don't mean I'm the one. No. I'm just an archetype that will emanate just a piece of the great one. Because I know there's a bigger one. And he got his workers out here. And then you get the spiritual aspect, but there's a greater one that's operating that. I assure you that. I assure you, because it has a way, it has a personality, it has a sense of humor. That's how you really know you're dealing with these formulas that are greater than the formula you're dealing with deities, I should say, or the titans. I say titans. You're dealing with one of them. You are, they got a sense of humor. Yeah, they got a sense of humor. Yeah, they do. It may be funny, or it may just be something that you did and it just responded. Let you know, like, nigga, I seen it. You'll notice how your reality gets hijacked. These motherfuckers will hijack your shit. Ain't nothing that the government can do. If anything, they'll probably crush it. Anything that's trying to separate you from what you experience gets obliterated, bro. These energies don't play. You can't interrupt a titan. If you think you can interrupt a titan, I want to see that. I'm trying to sit down and get some popcorn and watch that. People always think they can get in the way of the divine, but are you crazy motherfucker? Like, motherfucker, I'm from the primal realm. Like I always say, I'm from the infernal realm. Them niggas don't play. Yeah, I hop out of different realms though. Just know that. But them niggas where I'm from don't play. That don't mean they evil. They just don't play. But yeah, I'm telling you, straight up. I'm telling you, this shit's legit. Some of this shit legit. That's how you always come at it with respect. Always come at it with respect. Because when they start telling you shit, when you start experiencing life differently, and you noticing it, you feeling the presence. I'm like, some of that shit's legit. I've noticed that. In my years of My years of doing this shit, some of this shit's real, man. It's like it's beyond you. That's why you always, and some people, like I said, are brothers and sisters, legit. There's literally family members just like that, but we're titans. Like motherfuckers that's just etched from the same type of archetype formula. That's real. You know your family. You know your family. That's how I know Kula is my sister. This shit you know. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit you know, like, yo, that's my sister. That's my sister. You know, it's just shit you know. And when you know that, you keep that in your head. Don't let nobody take that away from you. That's what they want. That's what they want you to know, not know who you are, bro. When we keep remembering, staying true to ourselves, nobody can take us over. So as soon as we forget, that's when problems break loose, you know? That's when hell breaks loose, is what I want to say. Just remember who you are, and then you'll be all right. But I'm noticing a lot of this shit is legit. Just like how you get certain, I'll say, seals in your brain. A lot of them seals are seals. They're seals. I'm not even gonna speak on the seals. We got too many people trying to remove shit and demonize it for me to talk about what the fuck the seals are. But some people got seals in their fucking pineal gland. 72 to be exact. It's real shit. I'm talking about no legit. To where you're gonna start to, it just depends how much shadow work you got done and what's your intent. Because what's gonna end up happening is some people are gonna end up acting out one of their seals because they don't have their neuromelanin in check. Or you're gonna start doing shit because it's a lesson to not jump over shit. While you still have a chance to grow and maintain, they have to give you a tough lesson. This is what happens when you run away from shit. So you're going to end up having a power to pop out when you don't want to. It's a sign that lets you know that, hey, buddy, you're running away from something, so go take care of that shit. It's going to be a universal sign because you know it. You didn't want that to happen. I'm going to say that, and this is prophetic. Somebody's gonna witness that. So I'm speaking to somebody that is a primal motherfucker that's probably from the Inferno. Or it's probably from the primal realms that got the 72 seals. Probably more than that, but you're gonna act it out. You're gonna do something that's gonna freak you out, but it's gonna be a sign to, yo, you gotta figure out who the fuck you are a little bit more and then deal with your shit, because the shit you're doing ain't working. You're coming, you're smacking a tree. That's just you're smacking a tree. You're coming to Jesus moment. It's gonna be happening real soon for some. But like I said, some of that shit, okay, for what I experienced, some of it is literally what is in your being. And they're just decoding shit. You know, I won't say too much because that's a secret. It's a secret that's right there if you really know. We ain't gonna speak on it. But our people, life is definitely interesting. Life is definitely interesting, I'll tell you that. And the veil is so thin to where these energies can pop in whenever they want. Then the black sun going crazy. As we rise, certain primal beings just got a bigger remnant of the black sun. So the black sun is living through you. So you got a lot working for you with that type of energy and ability. Oh yeah, you can't forget about Papa Set. Yeah, I can't forget about Papa Set. Now, yeah, you know, Papa Set has a sense of humor, and Papa Set has a way of showing you confirmation when I say this. He has a way of showing you that, oh, this is me and this is what we about. Coming out from nothing, using things out of nothing to make something out of it. like making a problem and making it a solution out of the problem, you know? It's weird. That's how Seth does it. He'll show you somebody. He'll be through somebody and tell you an experience. And it'll just show you that, that's Seth telling you. That's Seth working through that motherfucker. I peeped it. Yeah, and then you'll get Seth come in and he'll send you a nigga or a bitch that own bullshit. Not to hurt you, but just to let you know, like, hey, bro, did you pass this bullshit? He'll send you a couple motherfuckers just to show you that nigga, not to hurt you. Because he's right there, but, bro, like, he rises from that weird shit. So he's just showing you, like, nigga, I did put a lot of neuromelanin in you, and so I'm going to give you the keys of how I did it. That's how Seth's saying. So he shows me, like, nigga, this ain't shit. You see how you above it? I'm like, no, you right. He don't give you that all the time and no crazy shit. But he has to give you things when it's your pops. When he looks at you in a good light, oh no, he's gonna always make sure he's on you a little bit. Yeah. Because you're a heir. You're a potential heir to the throne. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how he sees it. He sees you're a heir to the throne. So he's going to make sure you get a little test. Facts. And you'll see it. Like, oh, that's sad. That's Papa said, just giving me tests. Because Papa said he's that dude. I know when it's him. I'm like, no, that's Papa said. He be making sure I'm focused and shit. Yeah, Papa said, send me some weirdos. And he always deals with them later. And that's the thing. It's like you bit the apple. You bit the apple. Like, oh, bite the apple when you're biting the apple when you listen to Seth. Even on the other way around when he sends you. Just know he's coming for you. It's a trap. Don't even listen to him if you really think about it. Because then he has to be more clever to get you to do his bidding for his, for his children. And for the great mother's children, right? Their children, in a sense. But he have to figure out clever ways. If they start peeping it. I shouldn't even be talking about his methods of madness. Right? I shouldn't talk about Seth's methods of madness. But you really don't know. He's so clever. You really don't know. You don't know what's going on. But I'll never forget when he came in them trenches with me. And he showed me everything I needed to see. How to do this shit. And I did that shit. Flawless victory. I'm like, yo, I gotta get that to great mother and Papa said. And then the great mother. Can't forget about the great mother. You'll be like, oh, the great mother ain't real, this, that. No, great mother is legit. She has a personality. Very vast. She's going to show the biggest impact. She's going to let you know, motherfucker, it's me. Motherfucker, it's me. That's how she coming in. Motherfucker, it's me and this is that. Very fierce. You already know a great mother. You know when you're going through a tough time in initiation. As fierce as she is, she's gonna be the most loving motherfucker, bro. Because she's like, no, this is not bad. That's why I always go to the great mother going through the toughest times. Because I know she'll guide me. I know I got ancestors. I know I got this and that. I know I got a higher self, right? But I go to the one that started everybody's advancements. From the titans, from the highest entities to the lowest entities. From all the galaxies. This mama made it happen. So I'm always go to her. And if you got the discipline and you got the obedience, she'll guide you without you getting tested. she'll never let nothing happen to you because you're listening to it. You're going through the path that she wants you to do. She'll deal with you. She'll give you a clean sweep. But there's a certain type of path you gotta go. It ain't easy. Because that path is gonna make sure that you clear up everything. She makes you have no stone unturned in the lifetime. Like to where you complete life. Fucking with the great mother, yes. You don't just, great mother will make you complete it. I got to the point where I have signed a contract. I don't know where I ain't signed shit. No, it's like a merge. It's like, it's me, then her, it's the great mother. Then it's something else. Then it's my ancestors. And then it's my, my siblings and shit, a galactic family. Shit like that. Them words that everybody say, right? But I'm stronger with the great mother. Like this is her path too. I'm walking, but she's talking. I'm talking, but she's walking. We're switching. We be switching. Literally, the motherfucker that created everything beyond this planet, that has a piece of the pie in every palm on her. I'm walking with that motherfucker. Just know that. Just know that. Remember I said, whenever I cough, that means I'm on to something. But yeah, the great mother legit. You would just peep by the energy. Great mother don't play. Great mother don't play, man. She's huge, man. She'll show you she's there. She'll show you she's there. You'll see something crazy. You'll see something crazy. That's why I'm like, I know if a nigga really connected to the great mother. Like, basically you connected to the truest creator of them all. Not just the creator, the one that's created that aspect of the creator. They let me know, bro, she come in strong. And she's always going to be nurturing when you go through the toughest time. Because a lot of that shit, man, a lot of that shit just be initiation. And you got to clear up shit for your ancestors. So you got to, start where they left off. Real shit. Like, I had to do that. To where I had to clean up for my ancestors and shit. I had to do this job, like certain jobs and shit. Because my ancestors said I had to do it, because they didn't finish it. And it's like, if we connected, then, and this nigga strong, well, that nigga gotta go do it. All right, I bet. No questions. I get it. He's down there. I'm from these niggas. He might as well go do it. We got somebody to go do it. Shit, go do it. I get it. I'm gonna go do it. I did it. I ain't mad. That's why I'm gonna be mad about what I gotta do because I be people that's bigger than me. I'm probably doing this shit for my people. Because my people matter. My people matter. My people matter, They're gonna, they matter. So I gotta do that shit. But I just peep, it's just bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Especially you don't know about the sense of humor shit. And the way how they come in. And how quick they are. You'll be tapping in. You'll be tapping in with the energy. And as soon as you tap in, you'll just see something happen. That's how you know you connect, you hitting gold. Your reality starts to reflect what the fuck your confirmation with that horn, with that ignition too. When your reality starts to respond to the energy that you tapped into, and it is so responsive. That's how you know you tapped in to some greater shit. Like you'll know when you tapped in one of them Orishas. Just learn the Orishas, just start learning your reality better. You will notice that certain Orishas, you'll notice the personality and shit. But no, some of that shit's legit, man. I put that on me. Because from my experience, I know it. Straight up. That's why you always got to give energy respect. You don't just be out here false flagging these energies. You fuck around, get hurt. Fuck around, get hurt. But yeah, I gotta feel that shit. You know, I gotta feel, and I've been feeling. So some of this shit is real. I mean, everybody should know that. Some of you shouldn't be dealing with it, dibbling and dabbling. Boy, because you ain't connected to that shit. You were better off going to a priest. A real one, though. Because certain niggas can't deal with that shit. Hell no. That's what I peep. Certain niggas can't deal with that magic. You can't deal with that magic, boy, because it ain't in you. It gotta be in you. You can't just be dealing with shit because you want to deal with it. And people, it look like people get away and look like people dealing with it, but really, bro, people be building up tabs. There's tabs people just build up. They're not really getting away with shit. It's just a tab. Until that tab reaches its limit, they know they ain't gonna be able to pay. It just sets people up in traps. It can be years that go by. It will be later on in life where they end up being enough. The last straw that breaks the camel back was what they say. I'm just telling you from experience. I know. It's like you don't get away. And they give you warnings like, nigga, stop dealing with that shit. But they still deal with it. But some of that shit's legit. Just know that. Oh, man. People are kicking it. Confirmation. They're wrong for that. But yeah, man, I think that's about it. I don't really have too much to say. I just had to tell you this energy. That, yo, man, some people can tap into some shit and you'll just notice that your reality will show it. I'll even say Sekhmet. Nigga, Sekhmet is legit. So that's what I peeped. Yo, Sekhmet will show you that she's legit. But I really get that some feline. That might be like this feline archetype or some type of fucking lynx being from a primal nature. That's probably under our nose. And Sekhmet might be a queen, they call her, or something. And that just might be the one that they, something to do with that. It could be a lineage of motherfucking different type of cat species. So straight up. Warrior cats. Sekhmet, probably warrior woman cats. And then it could be the true embodiment of the first. But I know for a fact that Sekhmet is better. You mean, I don't want to say alien, because it's like, it's alien though. But not the alien that you think. The alien with the fucking big head. No, it's an alien that is foreign to you. The alien in that sense is foreign to you. Outside of your perception of understanding. So yeah, in that terminology, it's alien. But in terms of what it is and what it's truly, that's not alien. That is not alien. That's what it is. That's not alien. We're alien. We're all weird and shit. We're out of our truest nature. We're more alien than them. You feel me? We're not who we really are. We're just some fucking fake shit that these archons gave us. And now we're acting out their limitations to where you never tap in fully to who you are. I have to put my consciousness in the majority populace for this type of equation, but in truth, I'm not. But in terms of this whole collective aspect, yeah, these things are greater than that. We think we know, but we don't know. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. When you're not, when you don't know who you are, bro, that's the greatest weakness. It's the greatest weakness. But these things are definitely real. And I wouldn't say do psychedelics. But if you got family with you in the spiritual realm, you ain't got to worry about losing your fucking mind on that trip. Because those entities will make sure you don't lose your mind, but you got to surrender. I've noticed that. Once you surrender to it, once you surrender to the journey, nothing bad is going to happen to you physically. Even though you may see some weird shit, you just don't fight what you're experiencing, and everything will be okay. Because just because you see something doesn't mean you have to react. Life showed me that. So I know in those experiences, it's the same thing. You will know when you're doing too much. Just don't do too much, and then everything's going to be okay. Once you lose your mind, bro, you're weak. You're weak when you lose your mind. You don't have to lose your mind. It's a strength thing. Just take that shit and go with it. I promise you. That's the best trip, no matter what you see. Just go with it, because now you're in for a ride. You took something that you don't have control over, in a sense. So you're going to end up seeing things. You're going to experience things. But don't let that experience fuck up your experience. You're the observer. You're the observer. So don't let the observer be obstructed by the released light that you're seeing, the reflection. Don't let the observer be obstructed by the reflection. There we go. Don't let the observer yourself be obstructed, be taken away from the reflection that is emitting from your own goddamn consciousness a lot of the times, and sometimes in other dimensions. But don't let that be the point where you lose sanity. It doesn't have to go that way. You don't have to go mad. You don't have to go that route. I can assure you that. But when you got certain things around you, you just let that shit guide you. You be all right. To where then you going, they going with you. They ain't gonna let nothing happen. They ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. And then they guide you to different realms and shit. That's why I would say certain niggas are always gonna be called to natural medicine, because they're waiting for you to be guided to a path. Because once you get there from them, it's always those people that don't have a crutch for it. Those people that deal with their shit, they're gonna get the keys to it. Not the people that do it all the time. It's the people that use it for what it is, a tool. Those people are gonna get keys to a gate with those things. And I'm not gonna say what, because they're all keys to a gate. They're keys to different realms. I can even say the salvia, because the one thing I can't talk about is salvia. Because, hey, that thing is legal for a reason, because it's so fucking crazy. They don't give a fuck if you do it, because we want you to be out your mind. But that shit, you're supposed to chew it. You're supposed to chew a whole bunch of leaves, and then you're supposed to be guided to a place. You're not supposed to just smoke the extract. You're not supposed to do that, because you're being shot to different primal realms. You're being shot to different realities. You're literally being shot. Confirmation with horns. And depending on how high you are, sometimes, nigga, you're being shot to different primal realms. And no, certain niggas are supposed to do that, but you gotta peep. You gotta peep something. It's all what your consciousness is on. If your consciousness is really muggy and you don't do shadow work, you're gonna go to fucked up places. But if you do the work and you're humble and you take yourself for what it is, you're gonna go to great places. You're not gonna have a traumatic experience. You're gonna live experiences to where you always wanted to live. That plant goes off of your spiritual identity. That yes, because everybody have different experiences. And if you do the right thing spiritually, because there's a certain code you gotta walk, especially when you're from different realms. There's a certain code you gotta walk. When you do those certain things that's aligned to where you're from and what you came here to do, you get to have keys to different type of realities. In that reality, you can have an experience. You can live life how you want to live. You can live 100. You can live 5 lives off a trip, and that's the beauty of it. But you gotta chew it. You gotta chew it. If you don't chew it, the dragon comes quick. And I don't think it just makes sense to do that. Even as an experienced individual, I'm talking about even for the experienced people, I wouldn't even advise you to do that. You were supposed to just chew a whole bunch of leaves and be guided. And if you're not supposed to go, you're not supposed to go. You're not supposed to go. If it's not time that you go and you do something and you go, well, you're not going to go in a good place. You want to be guided to a place, and if it's your time to go, the plane will take you there. You're not supposed to be catapulted. That's why when certain people do DMT and you don't go, there's a reason why your ass didn't go. Because you're not ready. Don't keep doing the shit and then go, and then your life's all fucked up. But your ass wasn't supposed to go. You fought through the fucking resistance that was telling you don't do the shit. I'll never forget. There was a point in time where that happened, and I knew it. I'm like, that shit didn't work that one time. I don't think I was supposed to do that shit. It was just this one time where, man, that's all I'm gonna say. It was some legal shit. It wasn't illegal. Just know that. 5-MeO Mo. This was like what, years ago, dude. The 5-MeO Mo was so strong, dude. My heart was racing. I'm like, dude. Dude, I'm like, dude, if I hit that shit again, I'm gonna go. But there's a reason why I didn't go. I could have hit it again. I would have went. But something told me, don't do it. Don't do it, because I wasn't coming from a good place. I peeped it. I didn't come from a good place. I didn't. And that, especially back then, that's why I was, bro. I wasn't, man. I'm glad I'm matured as a man, as a guy, dude. I wasn't in the right place for that. I'm glad I didn't do it because I peeped it. It was letting me know, like, nigga, don't do it. And then I noticed when I fought that resistance, my life went to hell. You don't fight it. Sometimes you gotta let that resistance guide you to a calmer path, you know, because it's not trying to hurt you. I noticed that this energy is beyond me. It makes me look at everybody different, everything different, to where I don't sit in lust no more. The energy won't let me. I can't. I start to have these thoughts. Next thing you know, I got this big ass motherfucker right behind me, like, hey buddy, what are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck is that? I guess it's because when you wake up and you're beyond this shit, they don't want you getting trapped in this fucking reality. I understand. It's because this reality will get you trapped. This reality will get you trapped. That's why they don't want me to be around nobodies. That's why, like, I really be giving people karma. Don't let me slip up for you and you a nobody and you ain't doing shit. I could be all friendly, this, that, and the third, but my energy, confirmation is malicious to yours, and I'm just bringing your shit down. And I leave your life, and your life goes to hell because I'm a nigga you meet at the gate, so I can literally judge your heart right at the gate, But it's either here or there. But sometimes you just notice that these formulas are greater than the formula, and you start to see it for what it is. Real ones know. That's why I know when people talk about God, no, they just talking about the Great Mother. Confirmation. Some people tap into the Great Mother. Some people tap into Yahweh. Straight up. Some people tap to the Great Mother. Some people tap to Yahweh. Some people talk to fucking parasites. You think you talking to something? No, nigga, you not. Some people talking to gods. Straight up. Some people talking to gods. But that's about it, man. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm still gonna do the Damians and Demons. Still gonna do the Damians and Demons, and then we're gonna put that on the Patreon. And then on the Patreon, I'm gonna upload more of the ancient shit. And then I'm gonna make it like $10 this month. For $10, we're gonna give you, well, not $10. I'll probably make it like $13 a month. We're not gonna, $13 a month, 13. We're gonna give you the secrets and give you the tools that you need. And my Patreon is actually priceless. You know, it's honestly priceless. We just need a little bit more promotion on that end from me. But the Patreon is where it's at. Don't take my word for it. Go there. Patreon.com/ShamanTruths. There's the S at the end of truth. But that's about it. You guys have a good one.